Good morning, guys. Thank you for joining me today. This is continuation for our yesterday's Spark deep dive. Uh, we have learned and very clearly understood what is Spark, what is RDD, what is a driver, what is Spark context, what is resource manager and HDFS connectivity and link with your Spark. We also have learned the basic operations of Spark like map and flat map. We also understood how Spark tries to read the data in terms of elements and data sets. We have very clearly discussed that. So today we'll extend our wings towards the transformations and other basic transformations. Basic transformations are different, complex transformations are different. Your basic transformations does the basic work, and the complex transformations does the actual big transformations in the cluster. Okay, so till here we have finished successfully, and now I'm going to move on to the next one, which is filter operation. Guys, try to understand. It is fairly simple. There's no big confusion. The name itself says what it does. Okay, if you see here, the filter function is used to remove elements from an RDD that don't pass a certain criteria. And if you put it in other way, only keep elements in RDD based on the predicate. Predicate is a condition. Okay, if your condition is met, give me the results. If the condition is not met, give me other results. Okay, that is what predicate is. Now here what you need to understand is, if the predicate returns true, okay, if your condition is met, then the record will be passed to another transformation. Okay, record is passed on the transformed RDD. For example, I'm going to show this. While I show this one, I also wanted to make sure this filter can be applied on text, filter can be applied on numbers, filter can be applied on string as well. Okay, now let me go and show you something. Let's do one by one practically and then move on to the next one. So in that way we interlink our we make things clear with our theoretical understanding and also with that one. Okay, I'll launch Spark now. What are we going to learn today? We are going to talk about the filter operation, filter transformation. Filter transformation, what it does is it filters the data out for you, ensuring whatever the condition you met in filter, if that is passed, it will give you the results. If it doesn't pass, it will give you some other results. Okay, that is what it is. So now I'll create a num list like we did yesterday. RDD num list equal to, you know what is sc.parallelize? Sc.parallelize is used to create the data sets. Parallel. 1 3 5 7 9 11. Okay, now your data set has taken correctly and you know what your data set is. This is where your condition starts. While your condition starts, what are you telling? You are telling, my dear RDD num list, I am going to apply a filter transformation on top of you, and I'm giving you an anonymous function called lambda, and I'm defining a variable with number n. I'm giving you a colon, and the function starts after the colon, and I want to correct the statements. Simple, very simple. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Now what I'll do is RDD num list dot filter, f is uppercase or small case, uppercase, dot filter. You have lambda function here. You are not using any what do you call, let me close this one. Sir, I think it's your problem. Everybody is able to hear me. It's only your problem. One second, the slide has gone. Others, can you hear me, or is it only mine that having a problem? Guys, others are able to hear me? Can you please confirm? Perfect. Mine, it's your problem, sir. Suresh, what if a data set contains mixed data types? I have told this very clearly. Your data sets can be interchangeable. Your Spark has the capability of serialization, deserialization. Your data set
Sir,
can,
my question is regarding filters. How does it filter?
it will filter.
It contains
It has got the capability to filter. For example, you mentioned multiple conditions in the filter. Condition 1,
okay.
condition 2, condition 3, ensuring you have to pass all three conditions. That's it.
Okay, yeah. So,
Okay, this is where we are. Now what we are going to do is, let me close all the things which is diverting my attention. I don't need this one. Close this off. This one is okay. This one is okay. This one is fine. Okay, perfect. We closed everything. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to apply a lambda function. We are not applying any map function, because map function is not required here. You are just applying the filter function. As you know, in Python, your lambda function is an anonymous function. You define a variable, you have a colon, and after colon you have a condition. Okay, let me follow that. Okay, you can give anything here. I'll just give x. After that I'll have colon. Okay, now in this one you have to mention your condition. Is your number greater than or equal to 10? That's what they told. What I'm telling is, if your number is less than or equal to 7, okay, that's my condition. I'm closing the braces here, because that is where my condition has to take. Okay, yeah, there's only one condition there, and then I'll put collect. There's no space actually. Let me say space is there, greater than or equal to, not much space, but we are given the space there. Okay, filter F is uppercase. Sorry for that, it should be small. Okay, now if you see here, if you see my condition, I have said less than or equal to 7. If you see here, 7, 9, 11 is greater than 7. If I give less than 7, it has passed the condition, right? This way I am filtering one of the data set, and I am reducing the results what I am getting. Okay, this condition is called as filter condition. Okay, hope everybody is clear with the filter condition. Now, as I told you earlier, filter condition is not only applicable for the numbers, integers, but it is also applicable for the strings, any kind of data type you give. Okay, we have a second example. If you look at a second example, you have months: January, March, May, July, September, and this data set is made as RDD with sc.parallelize months. Perfect. On top of it, you are applying a filter transformation telling length of name means length of the month. If it is greater than 5, collect it. Now, March 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 5 letters. May 3 letters. No. July 4 letters. But what are you telling? Length of the name must be greater than 5. If that is the case, give me the results. Okay, let's go and try that now. Months equal to okay. I have given this one now. If you take it very carefully, it's an invalid syntax. Where is invalid syntax? April, which is fine.
March quotation is missed.
1 minute. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Now this has taken. This is your normal data elements. This is not an RDD. How are you going to create RDD? RDD months equal to sc dot parallelized. You can define either in months, or you can also define with normal string characters. String characters, I'm not going to use it. I'm just using month's name. Okay, let me close this one, because when I'm doing tabs, it is all confusing me a lot. Okay, so everything is reduced now of months. Now RDD months dot collect. That's fine, because you have not done anything. It's just you have taken your data sets. So it is RDD months dot, that is fine, because you have just initiated your data set. You have not done anything. That is the reason. Now let's go and apply RDD months dot filter lambda function. Okay, and I'll give month. Okay, and I'll give month of length, which is len function. Try to understand clearly. They are using name here, but I'm using length of function here. So I can use len of month, not month of len, which is len of month. So length of month variable. Okay, so if it is greater than 5, 1 minute. If it's greater than 5, then you correct the statements. Error named RDD months, months. Yes. Case sensitive, be careful. Okay, now if you see here, January is greater than 5 digits, February is greater than 5 digits, August is greater than 5 digits, September is also greater than 5 digits. Now let me do this way. In this way, we are trying all the conditions. We tried with numbers, we tried with strings also. Now it is giving May, June, July. This kind of transformations are called filter transformations. Any available function that performs an evaluation or text strings or arrays could be used to filter for a given result. You know what you wanted to filter out. Once you want to filter out, give the filter condition. On top of it, the lambda is general usage. Clear, everyone? Can I move on to next thing? Yeah.
Amar, I have one question. Months you have defined outside the yesterday. I mean, maybe I did not understand correctly. Uh, Months. Maybe we need function. It's a functional. It's a programming language, right? Functional programming. You said variables needs to be defined inside the function. Now months is defined outside, right?
In RDD, the way it works is until and unless the RDD is changed, it is a functional programming. If RDD is not, if RDD is changed, that will be a non-functional programming. If it is non-functional programming, then the new RDD will wait for the new transformation input. Here I have not changed in my RDD, it is the same RDD. Okay, that is the reason why. Let me show you something. See, this is the initial data set. Months is my data set. I have parallelized with RDD months. Okay, what did I do after that? I just collected it. Okay, and then I applied a filter function, which means the RDD which is initiated in the beginning is coming till the end. What does it mean? The code or the transformation you apply on the data set has not changed till the collection applied, actions applied. So this is functional data set. Now I have a slide for you which explains, sir, you stored months name once but in filter lambda. That is the reason why. See, sir, this one is wrong. This one is correct. See, this one is wrong. If you see here, we had uppercase M here. That is wrong. It kicked us. It didn't give us results. If you see here, months is fine. Your data set you can define anyway, but month is a name you give. Okay, and that variable can be X, it can be Y, it can be anything. Okay. Okay. Let me show you once again. Good question. I'm diverting from Shailaja's question to Mahindra's question. Sorry for that. Shailaja, your question. You answered your question. I have a slide moving forward, next one, explaining functions, how you call functions inside, how you call functions outside. Let me show you that. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Here you have a function. In this function, you have a code that will be used multiple times. Now here, your function and variable work is to calculate the percentage. This one I'm going to use somewhere else. If you see here, if you give me some time, I'll explain you your question. Your question is
Sure.
your question is very valid. That has to be covered. That is the reason I came up with the slide. Functional
Okay, no
programming.
worries.
How you define within the code and how your code in this function will be used outside other code. Okay. Give me some time.
Okay.
I'll come over there.
Yeah. Fine.
Okay, sir. Mahendra sir. देखो इधर एक बार. What I'll do now is I'll change everything. Okay. Now RDD of months equal to sc dot parallelize of months. Okay. PARALLEL. Okay. Now RDD months dot collect. You got it. Earlier I did uppercase M. That is the reason it has not taken it. However, now your data set is categorized as elements of an RDD. Till here you are fine. Now what I'm going to do is, what is my RDD name? It's RDD months, right? Carefully observe. RDD months dot filter function. Okay, I'll give Mahinder. Okay, I'll give here, I'll give length of Mahinder, MAHEN or MAHAN. Okay, greater than equal to, yes, lambda function Mahinder, length of Mahinder greater than 5. Okay, dot collect. Do you see that? It doesn't matter. You can give any name, but you have to define the variable, and that variable must pass the string, which I explained in yesterday's class very clearly. Okay, that is what the whole fun of your filter operation is. Hope everybody is happy with this one. I'll move on to the next one. Distinct operation. Distinct, we don't have to worry much about it. There's no confusions on it. If you have anything that is repeated, it will filter out and give you uh, the distinct variables. Okay, now who is that? Why? Sorry, any questions?
Amar, this is Suresh. I tried giving mixed data types in a data set.
Darji, wait, sir. There's a long way to go. Why are you messing up now? I'll tell you. We are going to work on big data sets. We are going to work on Paraquet. We are going to work on sequence. We are going to work on Avro. We are going to work on JSONs. There's a lot. We'll combine these things and work. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
It's too early. You're just it's not. I appreciate your eagerness, but let's wait for some time and move on. Okay. I'll help you. I'll help you down. Don't worry. Okay. So next part, distinct. Distinct is nothing but the distinct function simply removes the duplicate elements. Duplicate elements is nothing but your what you call multiple entries of same thing. Okay, I'll show that one also. RDD big list equal to sc dot parallelize. Okay, that's what it is. Now RDD big list dot distant dot collect. You have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, if I don't do distinct, or if I do only count, let me do count. I have 7. Okay, I'll take out distant now. You have 16. Okay, if I take off 16, it has given all the 16. Okay, if I apply distant, it will fail, or it will only give you the distinct what it could do. This is all your distinct can do for you. Very simple, very straight. There's nothing to spend time or deep dive into it. Okay, now this is done. Now we are going to talk about Spark actions. Till now we have learned basic transformations. Complex transformations I'll tell you. Before that I want to tell you what are actions. Actions are nothing but all your transformations in Spark are in memory. The way it works is, everyone, if you are little diverted, focus. Very important. The transformations in Spark are lazy evaluation. Means until and unless an action is asked to implement, till that time the work that is done by Spark in memory processing will be a kind of scan what it should do, but not actual work. I repeat that. When a transformation is applied, when your syntax is correct, your Spark will just go and scan through and come to an idea what it has to do and how data would be if I have to follow this guy's query. Once you click on action, once you click on collect, once you click on take, only then that work will be implemented to write into disk or show on read, evaluate, print and loop. Okay, let me state the theory now. As we have already seen, the collect function returns the entire RDD on which it has run against. Perfect. In addition, the first function returns just the first element in RDD. The take function allows for the specification of number of elements. Let me show you first. Let me show you that one also. In here, if you see, if I take first, okay, it has given 1. Okay, means it is given the first value. If I give take and I want only 3 elements from my result, take of 3, it gave me first 3 elements. Okay, that's how it is. Now the take function allows specification number of elements and returns the number of elements when executed. Below are some of the examples for this action. I'm giving this one, I don't want to waste time. If you collect, you'll get whole data set. If you give 1, you'll give first element data set. If you give take of 2, it will take 1, 2, 3 or how many ever numbers you give. That is about the Spark actions. Okay, count returns number of elements in RDD. We have seen that many times. Okay, now if your RDD is a string with multiple lines, then the count will be number of lines, because I have told you very clearly what sc.parallels would do. Let me show that again, because today's class will be totally based on that one. Okay, so Amarnath test equal to sc.text file user Hadoop .works. What the hell, it happens sometimes because of the Spark in memory. Don't worry about it, we have to start from beginning. Amarnath equal to sc.text file. In that you have user Hadoop .works, and in that what do you have? Amarnath.txt. Okay, fair enough. Now RDD of Amarnath equal to sc.parallelizd of Amarnath. RDD object is not iterable. Which is fine. Any mistake there? Okay, let me give Amarnath here itself. Okay, now RDD Amarnath dot collect. Okay, now it has taken this one as 1 line, 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 so totally 4 lines. Okay, now if I say count, it says 4 because a data set when it is parallelized, okay, data set when it is parallelized, or when your data set is asked to convert into an RDD, each line separated by space is considered as one element. Okay, that is what it is. So okay, that is what about the num list. Sir, cat the text file, how it's how, okay, let me cat it for you, no problem. I have shown you in yesterday's class how the file is written. See, I have 4 lines here. Amarnath was and is training Hadoop. He wanted to make Spark easy to his trainees. Everything is going as per the plan. They are all desperate and committed. So there are 4 lines. Each line is one input. That's what I have done in the previous statement. Okay, happy everyone? That's good. Now let's go ahead, and once your count is also completed, we'll do reduce. This is the most important part in your entire Spark lifecycle. You apply reduce in every case. Okay, in every case means in almost every case. In almost every case mean you need to know when to use and when not to use. I'll explain you that right now. Reduce. Reduce. What is reduce? Reduce means cut down. Reduce means reduce. Reduce means minimize. Okay, now here reduce aggregates the elements of an RDD using a function wherein it takes 2 arguments and return 1, iterating through them until only a single value remains. I repeat that. It is taking 2 arguments and returning 1 argument, iterating through them until only a single value is remained. Let us take 100 arguments and it has to return 1. It will iterate through each and every element in the 100 arguments. It keeps on iterating, keeps on iterating, keeps on iterating till to the point where it reaches to 1, where the value remains 1. That is the importance of reduce by key. Now, let us first understand theory and then do practical. One more thing, guys. If I don't know how many of you might have heard, or how many of you have had it, tried looking into it. Let me show something. If you have time, if you just have time, just go through it. If not, however, I'm going to explain that here. I got a request from one of the agency to record a video on Spark transformations. So if you see here, Spark transformation part 1, I have explained theoretically with written data sets on every piece. Okay, in here we have used various transformations, combined by key, reduced by key, and I explained it very theoretically so that people understand how the iteration also happens. In here I explained what is a data set, what is a tuple, how key value web converts. I'm going to teach you also. Their context was different. They wanted theoretical explanation. That's how I explained it very neatly. And today we are going to understand theoretically and practically. But one thing I wanted you to make sure is make your distinctions very clear in terms of reduce, in terms of combine, in terms of aggregate, in terms of combine by key, reduce by key, aggregate by key, and I forgot the 4th one. These are 5 or 6. There are a lot, but these are basic things. To clear your CC 175 certification, you need these things. Now let's come back to the topic. Here your reduce is aggregating the elements of RDD using a function. It takes 2 arguments and returns 1. Fair enough? But one thing here is it keeps iterating through them until only a single value is remained. Okay, let's do practicals after 1 minute. Because of the parallelized nature of RDD, the reduce function does not necessarily process RDD elements in a particular order, which means it can be 5 plus 7 plus 11 plus 14, or 11 plus 14 plus 7 plus 5, or 7 plus 14 plus 7 plus 5. It can be anything. Okay. Therefore, the function used with reduce should be commutative and associative. Before we do practicals, we need to understand what the hell is this commutative and associative. your reduce function will have to be implemented only if your transformation results are going to be commutative. If your transformation results are going to be associative. Let's see that and then do the practicals. Okay. Here, commutative means move around, which implies that the order of things are done should not matter at all. Example, 5 plus 7 is 7 plus 5. 5 into 7 is 7 into 5. Okay. 5 plus 7 is 12. 7 plus 5 is also 12. 5 7 is 35. 7 5 is 35. So in that way, commutative means whichever the order things are done, your results will be same. Okay. If a function is not commutative, that can return at different results. 5 divided by 7 is different. 7 divided by 5 is different. So that is not commutative. For that conditions, you cannot use reduce by key. So this check is passed. We now know what is commutative. So function that employ division would not be commutative. Clear. So you understood commutative now. Let's go to associative. Associative refers to the way numbers are grouped using parentheses. Okay. Parentheses mean I have three numbers 5 plus 7 plus 5. If I count 5 plus 7 first and then count 5, or if I count 5 first and then count 7 plus 5, that doesn't make any difference to me. In the same way, 5 into 7 into 5 is also equal to 5 into and then 7 into 5. This is the parenthesis grouping of numbers before you perform the transformation. This is not, if this is not associative, then that can give a different results. So the first condition for your reduce is your transformation results must not be altered with the way you form the transformation. For that one, the condition must be, it must be commutative, it must be associative. Okay, commutative is nothing but the order of execution of your transformation, and association is parenthesis or grouping the transformation data to do the work. So you have to be very clear about it. Now let me go to the up slide. Let us start doing it. Okay. If you want to clearly understand how this is doing, you can go to my YouTube channel. I have very clearly draw a diagram circle telling what is A, what is B, what is A plus B, how the result of A plus B comes to C, how B plus C is counted, how result of C plus D is counted to E. When you have time, you can go through that. Not a problem. Okay. Now let's go to doing the uh, reduce. Guys, did you understand till this point? Reduce, or you're confused, or is my understanding hit you correctly? Reduce is nothing but it can take one to many variables as input or arguments. But what it has to do is it has to do a continuous iteration so that so that so that it will give you only one result. Okay, reduce by key is nothing but it has to give n only one result. Let me do that. Okay, that's what it is. Now you can use reduce, or you can also use reduce by key as well. That doesn't matter. Reduce by key same and reduce also same. So don't worry about it. Lambda function reduce. This is just a variable. Reduce one. No, let's not give reduce one. Let's give a comma b. Okay, a comma b, and then you need to give a plus b. This space not to worry. You can give space before or you can give space after. Not a problem. A plus b. So here you are asking it to do the transformation. Okay, it has done the transformation. It is 37. So the way it does is, I'll show you. I will show you. Following iteration nothing but 1. 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 6, 21. Now, this is A, this is B. Okay, this one becomes new A. Now, this one becomes new A. Now, this is A, this is B. Again, this becomes new A because your A is getting iterated. Now, this one is new A plus this one is B. This one becomes new A. Now, this new A plus B is again equal to again new A. This new A plus B is equal to again new A. Okay, that's how it works. So if you see our result, if you see our query, what we have done, we have done till 7, 8, 9, right? Let me show you that. So you are 6, 7, 8, 9. So here 21, 21 plus 7 is 30. Okay, like that. This one becomes new A, this one becomes B. Okay, got it everyone? That's how it keeps iterating till to the point where it comes to a single digit as an output. That's how it is. So theoretically we are pretty aware how reduce works, practically also how reduce works, but what is the condition that you must be keeping in mind when you implement reduce, which is nothing but your function used must be commutative and associative. Commutative means the order of executing the task. Associative means applying the transformations or grouping the data before the transformation applies. These two conditions must be passed. Okay. Somebody is asking a question. No problem. Cool. Let's go down. We are clear till this point. Okay. Save as text file. This is one of the important action. The way you have collect. No, save as text file is a function. It's not an action. Okay. Save as text file. Save as text file writes the contents of RDD partitions to a specified location. Okay. Now let me show you that one also. Not big deal. Okay. Dot save as text file user Hadoop ThoughtWorks text file example. Okay. Spelling mistake. Okay. Object has no attribute. Save as the spelling mistake or something. Let me check. Save as rdd numlist dot save as text file. So I have to be giving wait. I'll do something. This one I'll take in next line because that's the result, right? So dot collect and then save as text file. T caps again. Yep. I make so many syntax errors actually. Save as, let me cross check once again. Save as text file. Yep. Object has no attribute. Okay, we'll do something. I have confused it totally. I'll do it this way. Okay. Simple. Let me come back here. Okay. Now you have rdd numlist equal to sc dot parallelize. Okay, in that you have two things. One is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, this is perfect. Now reduce numlist equal to rdd numlist dot reduce. In that I have lambda, in that I have a, and I have a plus b. Okay, 1 minute, 1 second, let me check where the problem is. Lambda take exactly lambda a comma b, a plus b. Okay, now it has taken. Now what I need to do is this one I can move rdd reduce num list. Okay, so reduce num list dot save as text file user hadoop dot works, and then I have example directory. What is syntax? Is a syntax error? 1 minute, guys. SAVE text file, correct, right? rdd numlist dot save as text file. Save as S is small, A is big, T is big, F is big. S is small, A is big, T is big, rdd reduce numlist dot save as text file. Int object has no attribute. Why int is coming here? Standard input. Let me say something. Okay, I'll have a look about it later. There's some syntax errors what I have done. I'm not sure where the mistake is. I have first RDD, I have a new RDD, I have transformed the first RDD results into second RDD. RDD is also fine. That's fine. I'll have a look about it later. I'll correct that and come back to you. Leave this with me. Save as sexual RDD of RDD. What is that? What is that? What is that? Let me think. Save as text file attribute of RDD or variable. I didn't understand the question, sir. Okay, that's fine. Forget it. Now, what happens here is your save as text file. 1 minute. Your save as text file simply goes and saves the results of your directory or results of your transformation into a directory. Okay. You can also see that it will create a directory. In that directory you'll have files, and you'll also see success ratio. Success can be used by using typical tools from a command line interface. In case, for example, we could see HDFS Hadoop FS minus LS Hadoop FS minus LS command to verify it had written successfully. Okay, so in that way, whenever you're doing a complex transformation, you'll have to save your complex transformation on the text file. Okay, let me show you the problem scenarios which were asked in the certification exam, which they'll ask you to store in the text file. I'm just trying to show you that one, so that will make your understanding clear why we are using sc.text file. See, once done, store the filtered data in a directory called problem84 on HDFS. So step 1, you will be given a scenario. You need to write down a Spark application using Python. Your data will be in HDFS, and you need to filter out words with less than 2 characters and ignore all empty lines. This is the condition. Once the condition is met, you need to store the filtered data in a directory called problem84. That is the reason why I told you this is very important for you as well. So in that way, your save as text file will save the transformation results into a directory. In that directory, you will have the save as text file functions results and also the results of your transformations. Okay, that is done. This is about the save as text file. Now guys, you need to understand why transformations are very lazy, why they are lazy evaluated transformations. The transformations are lazy because they do not actually perform any computations until action is performed. I have told you this very clearly. Lazy evaluation prevents the processing of unneeded data. When a transformation alone is applied to an RDD, initially nothing happens. It just scans and comes to an estimate what this guy is expecting to do in this query. That's it. Now, the RDD just keeps tracks of all the transformations applied and will execute them when necessary. Yes, I told you this already. Okay. Now, we have seen flat map, we have seen filter, we have seen count. In the above code, two transformations applied. One is flat map and other is filter. But it was not until the count action is called the RDD runs through the various transformations. I repeat, focus. In the above code, the two transformations applied. One is filter, one is flat map and filter. Until and unless count or collect or take is applied, it will not work. It will not do the actual work. Okay, that is the reason why he's calling out. It was not until the count action is called RDD runs through various transformations. Clear everyone? Can I move on? Any questions to this point? Perfect. Thank you. Now multiple RDDs, unions and intersections. Now we are coming to a shape. How many slides do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we are getting there. Don't worry. Now multiple RDDs. Okay. Now somebody was asking me, what if I have a text file and what if I have a integer? You can join them, you can intersect them, you can distinct them, provided you have to help your RDD to map the two different data sets and make them as understandable format. Either both must be in key value format or both must be in different format where RDD can understand. That one itself is called serialization deserialization capability, which I have shown you earlier also. Now, to combine two RDDs, use union function. This function or this transformation is applied in an RDD and take second RDD as an argument. I repeat, understand the core way of working. The transformation is applied to an RDD and takes the second RDD as argument. Argument means this one must be compared with that one. The one on which you are applying, okay, that is an RDD. and second RDD always becomes an argument, also resulting in third RDD that represents the combination of two. Fairly simple. Now let's verify this one. You have RDD num list 5, 7, 11, 14. You have RDD list 2, 2, 4, 5, 12, 2, 4, 5, 14, 21. And when you combine them, you maintain a union which gives the all the result. I don't want to show this. It's fairly simple. Even a layman can understand what a union does. In other case, intersection. In intersection, you have different data set. When you combine two data sets, it will give you the common result what you have in data set 1 and data set 2, or in that way the common elements in data set 1 and data set 2. That is how you can understand combining multiple RDDs, unions and intersections. Okay, one thing you need to understand is, if you want to union, just apply union on one dot union of second. If you want to apply intersection, one dot intersection of two. You need to understand how I can apply it. Okay, let me show that. It is fairly simple, but you tend to confuse. Okay, so RDD num list 1 equal to okay, RDD num list 2 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then 9. Now, one thing, invalid syntax because I have double commas. Sorry for that. Now, if I see here, I'll do one thing. RDD numlist 1 dot union of RDD numlist 2. Okay. What is spelling mistake there? I haven't given RDD definition here. So what I'll do is RDD union is equal to RDD union is uppercase or small case, is a small case, which is fine. So it should work. RDD numlist 1 is correct. Dot union dot numlist 2. List object has no attribute union. Why some of the functions are not getting identified? Is it spelling mistake or something? RDD numlist 1. Okay, we haven't done sc.parallelize, that's the reason. sc.parallelize. That's the thing. We have taken all the elements, we have not converted them into RDDs. That's the problem. Now if you see it, now RDD union dot collect, you got everything. Okay, now let's also do intersection. The way you do intersection must be same way, but you have to maintain, or you have to tell the function it is an intersection command. Okay, let me show you that one. Okay, RDD union dot collect. Not union, it should be that's fine. I just gave the variable name as union, but I'm doing intersection. Okay, no problem at all. Now you got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, that's what it is. Now let me try save as text file if it takes. Okay, dot save as text file user Hadoop dot works example of saving. Okay, I'm just wanted to see why it, come on, save as example. I'll close the bracket here. Do you see here, while I'm doing it one, this says I have a blocker manager removed broadcast 7 piece, which is a kind of bug in Spark. Don't worry about it. It is telling list object has no attribute, save as text file. Something is missing. No, not required, not required to give text file. Save as text file exam. Let me try that way. Actually, now it should work. Let me see. No, it is taking the command correctly, but it is failing for some reasons. Object has no attribute. No, not required. Not, it knows it is HDFS. It knows it is HDFS.
It seems like we can only save as text file on RDD datasets.
Come on, sir. It is an RD dataset, right?
No, it's just a result, right? It's an integer after you do reduce.
No, come on. See, it can be integer. Don't in Spark. Don't worry about integer. Don't worry about string. Don't worry about array of string. Whatever it is a result. That result has to do. Okay. There is something there is a small mistake we are doing. I'll sort that out later. Let's not go back and spend time on that one because we have so many things to cover. Okay. Somebody has something.
Just one question, Amma.
Yeah.
Are you saving the results into file or a folder?
HDFS folder.
Okay, when you want to see them again, how are we going to see?
Hadoop FS minus LS. That's what
So
I.
if you save,
That's what
I'm not talking about the syntax error. I'm just trying to understand that. If you save another result set also in the same folder,
it will overwrite it, or you are sure that you're not going to give same name for both the transformations. However,
okay. So instead of the file name, we are giving always a new folder name.
exactly. However, each save as text file creates a new directory. Each save as text file. If you give same directory name, it will overwrite it.
Okay, got it. I mean, confused with the directory and file name. Usually we give the file name, so here it is a different directory name we
So
need
what
to give.
happens is, madam, thank you for asking. It creates a directory called example. Okay, I don't know why it's
Yeah.
syntax is correct actually.
Yeah, I'm not worrying about the syntax. I was just trying to understand the concept.
Yes, I understand. I totally respect. Now, this will create an example directory. In this example
Okay.
directory, the first file will be success file, and after that, based on the number of blocks it has read, that number partitions it will have, and your results will be split across the partitions. That is where I was trying to explain the by copying this file result into that one, but for some reasons it is kicking me. It worked for me yesterday also. I prepared before coming over. I don't know why it is not. Do we need to create folder exam? No. It will create. It will create. Your SDFS will create everything. Don't worry. I have. Let me show you that. There's something which we are doing wrong actually. Guys, I'll check my manual. I'll stop my sharing for 1 second. Let me quickly check my manual and come back. 1 second. I'm stopping the sharing now because I have to go and refer that one. Where did I put that one? I have it in okay, where is my manual here? Da, 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 da. Yeah, Suresh, I'm looking at your thing. I'm fine. rdd.save as 65. That's correct. That's what we are doing, right? I don't think you have to give text file name also. It's just folder is required with my experience earlier. So I'm checking my manual. Bear with me. Which question is that? 82, 83, 84, 79, 95. One quick minute. Everyone, you need to bear with me because I'm trying to find out what is the error I'm doing here. Spark, 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 spark. Save as text file. Where is it? One minute guys, I'm getting there. I'm just trying to see where I have written that one. It's a big story. You'll get confused if I show all that things. That's the reason I'm not showing my screen. You'll get confused. What the hell is this guy doing? Yeah, problem number 85. Okay, let me go to 85 and I should find the answer there. Word counts dot save as text file. Okay, now I got that. It shouldn't be an RDD. It should be something else. Everybody can see my screen? Okay, so Now guys, focus, understand what I have done here. Okay, rdd union dot save as text file user hadoop thoughtworks example. Okay, I am copying this one, just the whole syntax here. I'll exit from PySpark and come back again. Bear with me everyone. It's just I did a small mistake. I'll show you what that mistake is. This is experience for you also. Hadoop fs minus ls, paste it here. Do you see that? How many partitions it has? It has 15 partitions. Don't ask me why now. I have answer for it in next slides. Okay. Now Hadoop fs minus cat, paste. Do you see that? It's just a success. It has got nothing. Now the reason why you have 15 partitions is, let me show you. Hadoop fs minus cat, paste. Oh shit, 1 minute guys, bear with me. Hadoop fs minus cat, paste it here. But what I'll do is part o star. It has given 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, now you have only seven numbers, but why 15 partitions came? That's the question of, that's the answer for this question we cover in Spark performance tuning, which is also in our agenda. Okay, that's what it is. Now let me try something for you in a different way. Part 1 2 3 15. Okay, Hadoop example part 1. I'm just looking into this one. See here 0 0 0 0 0 means there's no data in this, but you have 2 KB 2 KB, which in you have 2, your weight of your file is 2, means all your 7 files, 7 numbers went into 7 partitions. Okay, but these partitions are created enhancing multiple threads parallel processing. However, this has finished the work, so this came empty. Okay, that is what it is. So successfully our save as text file also worked. The only mistake what I have did is, I have to go to PySpark to see the up command. Clear everyone? I don't want to give any stone unturned. That is the reason I'm taking extra effort to help you understand very clearly. Okay, what I have done is example /. I have not given / earlier. It was not able to identify whether I'm giving a directory or whether I'm giving a file name. That's the reason. Simple, very simple. So if you want, I can show you once again. rdd numlist 1 rdd num1 equal to sc dot parallelized. Okay, parallelize. In that you have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, did Gopi join the class today? rdd num2 equal to sc dot parallelized 1 1 1 2 1 2 4 5 6. Thanks Gopi. Now rdd num1 dot union. Okay, union equal to rdd num1 dot rdd num1 dot union of rdd num2. Now union, just checking it, union1 dot collect. Perfect. Now union dot save as, don't do the same mistake again, make sure of your syntax correctly. Save as text file, user, Hadoop thoughtworks, and then kkr. Okay, that's it. Got it, everyone? This is the syntax. Earlier I didn't give this line, just this line. That messed up everything. Okay, that minute syntax level things are also important. When you are critically developing a code and you tend to miss a small slash or something, that will be a problem. Now let me go back and check and come back. Exit. Hadoop fs minus ls user. Shailja garu, hope your answer is cleared now. Your question is cleared now.
Yes, MD.
Hadoop thoughtworks kkr. Okay, now let's say Hadoop fs minus cat user Hadoop thoughtworks kkr path slash. Did you get it? You got everything, right? That's how you can save as text file. Okay. Fair enough. We have covered good quality important fields. Much more important coming next. Abhi simma baki hai sir. Let me show that this bit is done. Now comes the important function called named functions. Sailja Garu was very spontaneous, and she asked question very nice. I appreciate that. Now madam, answer to your question. Everyone who are non-development backgrounds, who are fairly new to IT, I have tried my level best to make it very easy, and the documentation was collected from the uh, uh, university documentation. Okay, so kindly, if you don't understand it, you can stop me, but don't confuse yourself. Make sure your theoretical understanding and your practical interpretation are in sync with each other. Okay, so now what is a named functions? How are functions used in Spark, and how you can correlate your functions with various work? Okay, let me explain you. Named functions and custom functions, or the usage of functions in Spark. Okay, a custom function can be defined and named, then used an argument to other function. Here what he is trying to tell you is, guys, focus. Output of one function can be given to input as other function, or output of one function can be given as an argument to other function, or your first function's argument can be used in some other function as a reference argument. Okay, so a custom function should be defined when the same code will be used multiple times throughout the program. Throughout the program means within the same program. Okay, if you are iterating something, you have to mention in that custom function telling that you should be defining this code will be used multiple times throughout the program. In other case, if a function to be used as an argument, passing an argument is nothing, guys. I have defined a variable x, I have mentioned colon, and I started a function. Now this variable x and this function, the function will be passed as an argument to every individual element, considering x as each individual element. Like that, here a function can be used as an argument. Okay, it will take more than single line of code, making it too complex for anonymous functions. Now let's have an example. This example evaluates a number to determine if it is 20 or greater. If so, it takes string a. If not, it returns not an a. Okay, once again, you are giving a you are defining a function, and you are giving a diff as a variable to that function, and you are passing a condition for that function and you are expecting a result. If not that result, give me some other result. So this is one function, and the percentage is the argument you used in this function. Let me show you how this can be used in another function. Okay, I repeat once again, custom functions can be defined and named and then used as arguments, and then used as arguments, and then used as arguments, which means three conditions. Three conditions. The results of your first function can be input to a second function, or the function that you have referenced in the first transformation can be passed as an argument to the second transformation. Okay, or your part of the code can be passed as an argument to some other transformation. Now we are using a function grade A or not. Okay, this one and how it works and how this can be used, in other functions. I'm going to explain you now. This slide is clear to everyone? Now see here, we are done with the named functions. Note, in read, evaluate, print and loop, the number of tabs matter. This number of tabs is nothing but, see, let me show that now. There is no tab, one tab, two tabs, one tab, two tabs, mean space, one, here only one tab, here one, two, three, here also only one tab, but here 1, 2, 3. This one is 0, you can consider. So this is one tab, this is two tabs. This is one tab, this two tabs mean very simple. I'll show you that. As you're all completely new, my PowerPoint activation ended, so I can't change it. See, this is nothing but this one, guys, a tab. How many tabs are you using? That's it. Because this is called indentation. Indentation is very important in your programming languages for it to interpret the way you give results. Okay, that's what it is. Don't worry about this one, but I just want to say why the tabs are very important. Where am I? Okay, perfect. Now let me go down. Now I have explained you the indentation also. Now the number of tabs matter. For example, line 2 you have to tab once before typing the line, and in line 3 you have to tab twice. In line 4 you have to tab one, and line 5 only 5. If you ask me why, that is called indentation. That's how the structural syntax of the programming functional programming looks like. Okay, the custom named function grade A or not in this one. Okay, the grade A or not is a custom defined function. Will it throw an error if we don't follow tabs? It will not throw an error, but it will tend to confuse. But it's always a best practice to use tabs. As I mentioned, function you use one, arguments you use two, and if you are maintaining some conditions, I'm not a very good developer, so I can't really comment on it. I'm just a Spark API developing. I'm also like a what we call a mid. I'm not expert now. I'm mid actually. As I have some real-time experience as I'm working on it, I was able to excel my skills. That's it. Okay, so let me go back again. Now here, what happens is your custom named functions, grade A or not, can then be passed as an argument to other function. For example, map function. Let us do that. Okay, here, if you see this one here, you have not given anything. Okay, you have just defined a custom function grade A or not, and percentage you are checking there. If person is greater than 89, return A. That is your function. Now come back here. You have an RDD. Your RDD is parallelized as a group of data elements. Now your RDD grades are mapped with a custom function and then ask you to collect. What happens there? Your named function, your custom function called grade A or not is now used in your new transformation in RDD grades. So what it means is the custom named function grade A or not is passed as an argument to other function. So that is used in the map function. The named function could also be used as a function body in an anonymous function. So the whole agenda of this one is you have to understand the way one function can be used in other function, or one function arguments are used in the structure of the other function's body. Okay, that's what it is. So here we are talking about grade A or not. So I can show you that one, but the point here is we are not using Java APIs in our Spark. We are not talking about Java in our Spark API. This one will little have your dense ranking, creating a function, which I'll show you little later at the end. Once we complete the Spark, I'll cover that one. Okay, but the reason why I bought this slide here is your mind has to be aware and link from one topic to other topic. This is the right place where the named functions has to come. That's the reason I explained it. Now Sailja Garu, are you clear, or am I clear?
Yes, Amar.
Perfect, thank you. Now numeric operations. This one is also very simple. There's no hard and fast rule in it. It is very simple that how your numeric values will be stored when you print the results, how your numeric values will be stored when you print it in Excel. Okay. Numeric operations can be performed on RDDs, including mean, count, standard, dev, sum, max, minimum, as well as, sorry, what is the difference between anonymous function and the normal on previous slide? Good question, madam. I appreciate it. See, this grade A or not, okay? This one custom defined means you have written a condition here. It is not map, or it is not flat map, or it is not a class doing your work. You have defined a function and you have defined a transformation to do it. It can be transformation, or it can be filter, it can be a condition, or anything. This is custom. And now this custom function is used in this, where is that, in this transformation. Though the whole agenda here is named functions. You have some kind of named functions. I have not covered the named functions because I have just explained difference between named function and custom functions. Okay, this custom function what I have used in this slide is used as an argument in your slide 2. Okay, custom functions are the functions which you define and get the work done in the way you want. Named functions are the way they will do the work. For example, map is a named function. Your map named function, which you can't change anything, the function know what it has to do. For this named function, you have passed your grade A or not custom function as an argument. So your map function, which is named function, will now work on the custom function considering it as an argument. So it is doing to map the results of the grade A or not. Did you get that thing clearly, everyone? The result for your confusion is I should have put this slide as custom functions versus named functions, but I have only put named functions, but I was talking about custom functions. I'm sorry for that confusion, but my agenda here is to tell how one function can be used in other function. In this slide, I have a custom function which I have written to do something. This custom function here is used in the named function map to do a transformation. Here in named function for map, the variables are arguments used as, I'm sorry, I correct my statement. Here map is a named function. Your map named function is asked to work on your custom function, wherein your custom function is made as an argument. That's it. That's a variable now, and it will have to iterate through that one and get the results done. Clear, madam? Shailaja, who's that question? Radhika.
Radhika. Amar, my question is, in the second one we are not using lambda anonymous function. So in the third point we are using, but it is giving the same result. So that's why I was
No, no, no.
confused.
If you see here, if you see my below, the named function could also be used as function body in anonymous function. This one, the last
Yeah.
underlying part. The named function is mapped. Okay. Did you get it?
Okay.
Named function
Yeah.
could also be used as a function body anonymous function. So instead of using map, if I use map and also lambda, I have used a variable, and what is the, after defining variable you have a function, right? Which function is that?
Yeah.
Grade A or not. Where is your grade A or
Yeah.
not working? On the grade, right? So
Yeah.
here what I'm trying to explain is, if I use that as a function body, it looks like this. If I don't use it as a function body, and if I directly use the whole function, that will be, 1 minute, let me take pen to show you.
So
Madam,
it's just another way of writing, right?
this is one approach, madam. Sorry for confusing you, but I want to make things very clear. This is one approach. This is other approach. Okay. Here you are only using your function body. Your function body means on top of it again you are explaining, go and work on this one. But here you are directly implementing your function. Did you get the difference? Here you are directly applying
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
your function. This is your name function. This is your custom function. Your name function working on custom function, fairly straightforward. Here your function body, your named function is only used as a function body, means your lambda is working, your map is working, but your grade A or not is just implemented as function body. However, that is implemented on your variable grade. Simple. Now this theoretical understanding will be materialized into perfect results when we do a complete practical on the functional programming using def functions from one of the transformation which implemented other transformation, which I'll show you when we do the practical part of it. Clear now?
Yeah, got it, Amar. Thanks.
Perfect. Somebody is asking a question. Let me have a look. So Amar, named function is predefined and custom function is our logic. Perfect. The name itself says, sir. The name itself says what it does. Your understanding is correct. Yeah. Very good. Let me go back. I have to be here. Okay. That's what it is. Fair enough. Come on. We are not changing. Okay. Numeric functions. Guys, numeric function is very simple. Okay. Let me show this. Very important actually. It's fairly simple but very important. Okay. First, let's understand it. Your statistics tells everything what you have in it. Okay, I'll show that. PySpark. Hope you're all enjoying the session, guys. Stats or stats. Stats, perfect. So, if you see here, For this data set, your count is 9, your mean is 5, your STD dev is 2.5.8 means if you put that in Excel sheet, that's what it shows. Max is 9, min is 1. Okay, so count 9 means 1, 2, 3. So total number of data elements you have in your RDD. Mean means 5, means uh, when you count the whole average and get the mean out of it. Standard dev means if you put it in Excel, that's what it shows for you. And max is 9, min is 1. That is the statistics. That is how the statistics work. Let me close this one. Let me close this one. Let me close this one. Yeah, that's what numeric operations is. Now, if you want to say max, you can say max. If you wanted to say min, you can say min. Let me show that one also. Your max is 9, your min will be 1. Min is 1, like that. Okay, very simple. Now, let's talk about important topic. To double check the output of Spark, standard dev output in Excel, use Excel standard dev p function rather than standard dev function. Excel standard dev function assumes that entire population is unknown and thus makes adjustments to output based on the assumed bias. Bias is nothing but the way your Excel understands the data you have put in it. That's the simple funda of it. The standard dev function assumes the entire data set P stands for population is fully represented and does not make any bias correction. Bias correction means if you know your Excel sheet, your borders left, right, top, bottom. That bias corrections will be done using standard dev and standard dev p. If you use standard dev p, the whole population is represented and makes corrections accordingly. That's the point I want to cover. This is not important, but when you copy your Spark transform data into an Excel, you have to understand the difference between standard dev and standard dev p, because the top record is not a population for standard dev, but standard dev p, the top record is also a population where it makes the necessary changes. Clear? Now, if any of you wanted to go through, what is the time now? 6:49. Good, we finished so fast. Now, if anybody wants to know more about Spark, you can go here. If you're talking about Python, click here. If you're talking about Scala, click here. If you're talking about Java, click here. If you're talking about Mapper, click here. Okay. If you are looking about description, go here. I'm sending this to every one of you. So Spark is your bread and butter. Start loving it. I send it to everyone. I don't think I cannot say the time, but I have to complete my agenda today. This is the Spark documentation. I have sent it to everyone. There are many other Spark APIs available. To learn more about them, you can access Spark documentation. Version can be actual version number such as 1.4, 1.6, but I've given you the latest versions. Okay, that's what it is. Now questions. Guys, I want answer from every one of you. Please, how many do we have today? 13 people. Who are they? Perfect. Fair enough. Now, what is an RDD? What is an RDD? Perfect. Madhu is the first one who answered this question. I'll put the chat window open so that I can quickly grab who is telling what. Resilient data set. Okay, and the next one is what two functions were covered in this lesson to create an RDD? What are the two functions that were covered in this lesson to create sc.parallel is one? What about other one? Correct is an action. Transformation action, no. I'm answer straight to the question. What two functions were covered in this lesson to create an RDD? Union is a transformation again, Suresh. SC.parallel is correct, I appreciate. But there is something else that is used to create RDD. What is that? So nobody is clear about it. That's fine. Let's park it. We'll discuss in next slide. Transform, funny, where is funny? Funny, what's your answer? Named function and custom function. Funny, you have a doubt? Okay, we'll discuss that in next slide. Don't worry. Now, transformations apply a function to an RDD, modifying its value, true or false. Transformation applying a function to an RDD, modifying its values. Okay, that is fine. So many people are selling true, nobody is selling false. We'll check the answers next slide, no problem. But my understanding here is transformations apply a function to RDD. It's true. Okay, which transformation will take all of the words in text object, break each of them down into separate elements in an RDD? Which transformation will take all of the words in a text object, all of the words, all of the words, all of the words. Okay, very good. True or false? The count action returns number of lines in a text document, not number of words it contains. True or false? Perfect. True. Good. What is it called when transformation are not actually executed until an action is performed? Perfect. Lazy violations. చాకులా ఉన్నారు అందరూ సగ చెప్పేస్తున్నారు. Very good. Very good. I appreciate it. Now, the distinct function allows you to compare two RDDs and return only one that exists in both of them. Hey. The distinct function allows you to compare two RDDs and return only those values that exist in both of them. Distinct అది యా డిస్టింక్ట్ ఫంక్షన్ ఏంటంటే ఉన్న డేటా సెట్లోనే డూప్లికేట్స్ ఉంటే ఎలిమినేట్ చేసి నీకు డూప్లికేట్ కానివిస్తుంది. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ వై ఐ ఆల్వేస్ టాక్ ఈచ్ క్వశ్చన్ ట్వైస్. మనకి బేసిక్గా నేను అంతే తొందరగా ఆన్సర్ ఇచ్చేస్తాను అండ్ టెన్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ అయ్యే తొందరపడ్డానే ఆలోచించవలసింది అనుకునేవాడిని. దాట్స్ ద రీజన్ ఐ ఆల్వేస్ అప్రోచ్ క్వశ్చన్ 3 or 4 angles. Okay, next one. Lazy validation makes it possible to run the code that performs hundreds of transformations without actually executing them. Perfect. That's good. Now let's go and check the answers. Here it is. RDD's resident distributed data set. Which functions are covered in text file that create RDD? One is sc.parallelize, other one is sc.text file. Okay, because through sc.text file you are reading the data, and once the data is read, immediately it is going to make the data as an RDD. Okay, transformations apply to a function to an RDD, modifying its values. Actually this statement is true in two conditions. It does the work, but transformations are resulting in a new RDD, because I told you very clearly, right? If there is a change in your data set, or while the transformation is going on, if your data set is changed, then that will be taken to a new RDD. When new RDD transformation has changed something, that will go to a 3 RDD. So that is immutable. Okay. Transformation applying function to RDD is fine, but modifying its values, it is going to a second RDD. That is the reason I asked, logical thinking is important. Theoretically, this statement is true. I give 100 marks to people who said true. Transformations are applying as a function to RDD, modifying its value. But when modified value, that will be given to a next RDD. That is the other point which we tend to not focus, but we have to be very careful on that one also. So this guy is telling false because the transformation results in a new RDD being created. But question is not that one, right? Hope you all understand where I'm coming from. Everyone, did you understand the difference? Sailaja, Mahendra, Radhika, Rama, Benazir, Funny, Suresh, Sail. Do you understand the difference what I'm saying? Perfect. Mahendra okay, Radhika okay, Rama okay, Suresh okay, Funny okay, Madhu okay. Awesome guys, thank you. Thank you. That is the reason why none of them will get 100 by 100 in admin certification exams. But developer, you write a code, you get the output, you get 10 by 10 in developer exams. But admin, in my circle, in my LinkedIn circle, in my professional networking friends working along with me in various companies, none of them have got full score in Hadoop admin certification. Okay, forget about it. Now, which transformation will take all the words in text object, break it into a separate element? Flat map. Everyone answered this very fairly correct. The count action returns number of lines. So many of you answered correct. And the next one is what is called when transformation are not actually an action. It's a lazy valuation. Did I break this one? I think we also have other question also. I didn't answer it. That's fine. Forget it. Now, just a quick summary of what we have learned. A resilient distribution database are immutable collection of elements that can be operated in parallel. Once an RDD is created, there are two things that can be done. One is transformation, one is action. Spark makes heavy use of functional programming practices, including use of anonymous function. Your anonymous function is nothing but your lambda. You create anonymous function lambda. You initiate a variable. You initiate colon. Anything after the colon will be function. Anything before the colon will be your arguments or your variables definition. Okay. Common transformations include map, flat map, filter, distinct, union, intersection. Common actions include collect, first, take, count, save as text file, and certain mathematical and statistical functions. Now, can I quickly check with everyone? Are you happy to build this point? All my folks, you have to be answering what is an RDD, what is a driver, what is a Spark conf, what is a cluster, how a data set is read from blocks, and how blocks are turned into partitions while the Spark submits a job to cluster, and then what is action, what is transformation, what is map, what is flat map, what is union, what is intersection, what is custom named functions, how custom named functions can be used as reference to the argument, or how custom functions can be directly used in named functions. Can I quickly get a sanity check from every one of you? Are you happy? Do you want to repeat anything? Can I move forward? Do you need a break? Anything? This is your time. I have been talking. Now it's your time. Gopi, Sai, any questions? You can talk. So it's 7 now. Let me quickly check how many slides I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 more slides. It takes 15 minutes. 15 more minutes. That's it. Before continuing further, any questions, any discussions, you want to talk anything, you want to say anything? Yeah, we'll finish, don't worry. Yeah, we'll finish. But I want to take a break. Take a break in the sense, give you a chance to speak so we can discuss and then move forward. Discussions are always necessary. We can only know. Don't worry. Madhu, go ahead, Madhu. Matladu, you have rights. You can speak.
Amar, actually, Redis lo per పర్టికులర్ 2 numbers ను కౌంట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు
ఎందులో
రెడ్యూస్ ఫంక్షన్ లో.
అవును.
పర్టికులర్ బిట్వీన్ 1 to 10 ఉంటే ఓన్లీ 3 and 4 అలా కౌంట్ సమ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, యాడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
నేను అదే చెప్పాను, 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 కాదు. నువ్వు ఎన్నైనా ఇవ్వు, నువ్వు 100 నెంబర్స్ ఇవ్వు. ఆ 100 నెంబర్స్ ఇచ్చినా కానీ అది ఏం చేస్తుందంటే 1 by 1 ఇటరేట్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళి, ఓకే, ఆ ఇటరేషన్ ఎలా చేస్తుందంటే చివరికి ఎండ్ రిజల్ట్ 1 వచ్చే వరకు చేస్తూనే ఉంటుంది. అట్లా ఫైనల్ రిజల్ట్ మాత్రం 1 రావాలి. అది
సో ఓన్లీ పర్టికులర్ టూ నెంబర్స్ యాడ్ చేయడానికి అవ్వదు.
పర్టికులర్ 2 నెంబర్స్ అని అదే కదా, నువ్వు 2 యాడ్ చేయగలిగావంటే 3 యాడ్ చేయగలవు, 3 యాడ్ చేసి 4 యాడ్ చేయగలవు, అట్లా 2 వరకు యాడ్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్ళగలవు కదా. కాకపోతే ఇక్కడ నువ్వు గుర్తుపెట్టుకునేది అంటే నువ్వు 2 యాడ్ చేసి ఫైనల్ రిజల్ట్ వస్తుంది, 1 వస్తుంది. అలానే నువ్వు 100 యాడ్ చేసినా ఎండ్ రిజల్ట్ 1 రావాలి. రీజన్ వై ఐ టోల్డ్ యూ అసోసియేటివ్ అండ్ కమ్యూటేటివ్.
ఓకే ఓకే.
నౌ సురేష్, నీ పాయింట్ నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు సురేష్. Are we going to use ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగు. Are we going to use any IDE for Spark? Yes sir, we'll be using STS, we'll be using Eclipse. I'll show you that one also. Def a function, yeah, def is nothing but a function name or defining a function.
No, I'm just saying if Madhu wants to sum only 2 elements in a data set, you can write a custom function and get those 2 values and sum it up and return it.
Yeah, you can do that, but Spark can do it fairly simple and straightforward, right?
No, what Madhu's question was, if I have 10 elements in a data set and I just want to sum up only 2 elements in that, nothing else. Okay, in that case he can write a function to get those 2 values based on an index or something and sum up and return the value.
Shall I tell you how Spark will do that? You have a key and you have a value. Your value will be all the 10 digits what he gave. Okay. You can, there is a function wherein you can change only values but not keys. Okay. In that values, you just pick the values which you want, which is third element or 5th element. Okay. You pick only that, put it in new RDD, eliminate all other elements, and now you only have 2 RDDs in the 3rd step, and you just count those two elements in RDD. You apply reduce by key for that one. Fairly simple.
Okay.
Amar, I think you have that example in this slide. Yeah. I'll show you. Let me show that. It's there. Yeah. Guys, any questions? Speak out, guys. It's completely new topic. There must be most of things rotating around your mind. Let's clear everything. I'm giving you an opportunity to speak. Let's discuss. Let's make a quality discussion. If you're all happy, I'll move forward.
And Amar, as we discussed yesterday, can we get particular words from the sentence or line? Like yesterday, you try to get the Spark word from the sentence. Star.spark, something you had given yesterday.
Wildcards.
Yes.
Wildcards చాలా rare అన్నా. It's like, you use wildcards only to filter your filter in the sense we have a very big file. In that very big file, you have 5 or 6 files, very big files. Okay, in those files you want to select a file with one specific name. At that time you use wildcard. That's the only reason.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, guys, give me 5 minutes. I'll just come back in 5 minutes. You also can take a break. Just 5 minutes. Okay. I'm back. I am back. I am back. Okay, now guys, uh, till now we are talking about RDD, RDD, RDD. We are having one RDD and we are doing transformations on one RDD. Now we are going to talk about more interesting part now, which is called pair RDD, and how your pair RDDs are called as key value pairs, how one key value can be changed into one key and list of values, how one key value can be changed into tuples, and all these things. Tuples must be fairly new to most of you guys, but I'll try to make it as easy as possible. Okay, so first let's understand the theory and then do the practicals. Okay, key pair RDD is nothing but a pair RDD are made up of elements comprised of key value pairs. You have one key and you have a value. By creating a pair RDDs in Spark, developers gain access to additional API functionality. Okay, that is key value pairs. Now, I repeat the statement again. I repeat the statement. Key value pairs, which are also called pair RDDs, are made up of element comprised of key value pairs. By creating a pair RDDs, which is nothing but key value pairs, developers can have the accessibility of using other APIs as well. This provides developers the capability to directly interact with RDD in much the same way they interact with data in Hive on Spark, Spark on Hive, and Spark SQL. For example, key value is a Java concept. How your key values can be used in SQL or Hive as select star from. That is where you need to understand how you can break a string of words into key values, how you can break integers into key values, how you can break JSON file into key values, how can you break any structured and unstructured into key values. That is where the beauty of Spark comes into picture. Okay, next slide. Now, we are first creating an RDD from a file called amarnath.txt and then calling a flat map. Once each word is now its own element, key values can be created. Okay. For example, a map transformation can be used to create a key value pair. In this function, a function is in this process, a function is passed to a map to create a tuple. In the example below, we create an anonymous function which returns a tuple of word of 1. Let me go and show you the practicals now, how I'm going to create a key value pair. Okay. సతాయించకే గమనం. Okay, so what are we going to do here? First let me put Amarnath rdd Amarnath equal to sc.text file user Hadoop thoughtworks. In that I have amarnath.txt. Okay, I want to verify that rdd Amarnath dot collect. Perfect, you got things right. Now what are you going to do here? You are going to apply a flat map on top of it. Now let me apply a flat map. What is my name? rdd Amarnath flat map equal to rdd Amarnath dot map function lambda function. In that lambda function I have x and I give colon. I split it based on space characters. Okay, this is good. Now rdd Amarnath flat map dot collect. Now each individual word is element of itself. Okay, now I'm going to create a key value for this one. The way how I create is very simple. For each and every word I assign a number 1. Okay, for each and every word I assign a number 1. Let me do that. What is that my name? Amarnath key value is equal to rdd Amarnath key value equal to rdd Amarnath flat map. Okay, after that, after flat map, what I'm going to do, I'm going to apply a map function on top of flat map, because I'll show you the reason. Flat map dot map lambda, I have a word and every word should be categorized as, here I have to open a bracket because that is where it has to start processing the data from. Okay, word dot 1. If you see here carefully, you have word dot 1. Now let me show you the result. rdd Amarnath key value dot collect. Okay, so if you see here, guys, carefully observe, this whole thing is 1. Okay, do you see here? And this whole thing is other 1. Okay, and this whole thing is other 1. Okay, and this whole thing is other 1. So this is your key, this is your value, this is your key, this is your value. One thing I don't understand here is every word should be 1. That's what my understanding is.
We didn't use flat
Have
maps.
applied a map function rather than flat map before.
Yeah, perfect. That's the reason. Yeah. Let me apply flat map.
Not this one, Amar.
No, here also I can do it directly, no problem. Here also I can do, not a problem.
Okay.
Here also I can do directly. Flat map is nothing but other flattening or map function, right? Okay, now I'm going to apply directly on flat map. Let's see. Now if I say rdd Amarnath kv dot collect, still it is telling the same thing. Is my understanding?
No, actually, you've already broken down, right? That's why it is taking this way.
1 minute. Let me do it once again. Yeah, that's true. We already broken it. We have already split the if you see here, I have already split it. Here itself I have split the function. That's the reason why it has taken. But how? For each word it should take one. That's what I'm trying to show you. Now let's apply flat map here. I'm just checking, guys, bear with me. And then once I apply flat map, okay, now let me try that, which is flat map dot map lambda function. Okay, see, now it has taken every word as one. Did you see the difference? Guys, focus. Now here, the whole line is made as one. This Amarnath was and is training Hadoop is whole one key, value is one. He wanted to make Spark easy to his trainees is key and one is value. Everything is going well as per plan is key. What is value? They are all desperate and committed is key. One is value. I have further broken down that, and Amarnath is one. Okay. Was is one. You is one. Is one. Now this is A. This is B. This is A. This is B. Now I'll do A plus B. Let me do that. Okay, I'll do something here. I'll assign this to other transformation. Okay, RDD transform. Hold on. I'll answer the questions later. Hold on. RDD transform equal to RDD Amarnath flat map. This is word. Okay, till here it is perfect. Now RDD reduce equal to RDD transformed dot map function. Okay, or yeah, I can use reduce by key directly. Reduce by key. Okay, wherein I have lambda, I have A, I have B, and I define A plus B. Okay, RDD transform is not defined. RDD spelling mistake. Transformed. Okay, now see the magic. RDD reduced dot collect. RDD reduced, the spelling mistake there, that's reduced, so I have to give the same name. REDUED, perfect. Okay, now guys focus, understand here. your and came 2 times, okay, your space came 1 time, training came 1 time, they came 1 time, Amarnath came 1 time, is came 2 times, all came 1 time, per came 1 time, da came 1 time, as came 1 time, desperate came 1 time, spark came 1 time, was came 1 time, easy came 1 time. Here it has counted the number of times a word is repeated, and every repeat it has tagged 1. Okay, first time 1, second time 1, okay, 1 plus 1 2, like that. Okay, so if you see something else, is 2 times because you have is. Okay, that is how. Now your reduce by key has given only one output at the end. Before applying reduce by key, what happened? You have one key, you have one value. Okay, Amarnath is here, and is here, first and is here, and where is second and? It should be somewhere here. See, you have 1 2, you have 2 ands, it counted. You have one is here, okay, and you have other is here, it has counted it. That is what the whole transformation is working on. Now anybody, any questions on this one? Don't break your heads. If you are confused, please tell me, feel free, I'll make it in a more easier way. Mahinder sir, I didn't understand your first question. You are asking second question. Are we going to use IDE for development? I told this one, we will be using IDE. What will happen to key in front of the word you? Where is that? Sorry. Come on. Sir, this U is not much string, sir. It is just a string. U means I am one string. U means I am other string. This means other string. So it is just strings because it is grouping all your data elements. That is the reason why it is represented with U. Okay? Perfect. I'm happy. Everybody clear? Can I move on? Any questions on this one? Guys, any questions, anyone? Okay, very good. No problem. That's fine. Okay. Now, this is clear to everyone. Now let's understand. The picture here is visually demonstrate what happens when a map function is applied on the initial elements, each consisting in, you have Mary, you are had, you have one, you are little, you are sure, you two, you go. Mary first time is 1, had is 1, a is 1, little is 1. For every word it is going to iterate and apply value 1 to that key. Okay, when you count that key and values, for each key it goes and counts the values. Okay, skew by key. Skew by key means, guys, carefully observe please, it's very important. The key by API creates key value pairs by applying function on each data element. The function results become the key and the original data elements become the value in the pair. Very confusing, but be clear. The key by API creates a key value pairs by applying function on each data element. On each data element means where? Your data elements. It has to iterate through each data element. The function result becomes the key, obviously. Okay, and the original data becomes the value in the pair. Okay, that's what I'm going to show you now. We have two num list, 1 2 3 is one data set, 7 8 is other data set. Now if you do key by RDD, and if you RDD 2 num list key by length, that will say 3 will be the key and 1 2 3 will be the value, 2 will be the key, 7 8 will be the value. So here you have one key and multiple values, right? You have one key and multiple values. Earlier you were dealing with only one key and one value. I once again repeat, the function results becomes the key. That point is clear. And the original data elements becomes the value. Okay. If I show you earlier, I showed you a plus b, 1 plus 2, 3. 3 becomes new key, and this new key will be added to a value. That becomes a new key. Again, the new key will be added to a value. The new result comes, which will be a key, like that. Okay. Now 1, 2, 3. The sum of this is 3, which is key. 1, 2, 3 becomes value. 7, 8. You have two numbers in that length. That will be key. So that will be value. Okay. Let me show that. Checking. That's correct. And within that you'll have 1, 2, 3. In that you have 4 and 5. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a lambda function, or I'll apply RDD to null list and key by length. Okay. Which is key by RDD is equal to RDD to num list dot key by. Okay. Understand, K should be small, B should be capital. Okay. Key by length. Key by length means it always makes sure I am going to apply a length function on top of the RDD, which is to RDD to num list. Okay. Now key by RDD dot collect statement. So you have 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 is your key, 1, 2, 3 is value. 2 is your key, 4, 5 is the value. Like that. Instead of so, is the count not added value? So it's the count, not the added value, right, becomes the key. Whatever here in this case, the length becomes key and the values will be that. Okay, which is already there. Okay. Now, are you clear? Okay. Now we can also implement the same thing for strings also. For strings, you can do the same thing. RDD 3 words. For 3 words, you apply key length. Then you'll have 3. Cat is CAT 3 letters. 3 will be key. A is 1 letter. A 1 will be key. A will be value. Spoon will be 5 letters. 5 will be key. Spoon will be value. That's how key by. Okay. S key by. Now zip with index, zip. This is not really that important, but you just have to understand it. The zip with index functions creates a key value pairs by assigning the index or numerical position of the element as the value. Okay, and the element itself as a key. For example, cat is 1, A is 2, spoon is 3. But while you're talking about key value pairs, your first one always starts with 0. If you're talking about tuples, the first one always starts with _1. I repeat, the index means what is your when you open a book, you have an index, right? Guys, can you go on a mute, please? Guys, can you go on mute, please? Who is that? Okay. Now listen. You open a book, you have index. In the index, you know topic 1 from this page to this page. Like that. Index in key value pairs mean it explains the numerical position of your element. Okay. Cat is 0th element, A is first element, 2 is second element. Okay. It's just you are parallelizing, making it an RDD. Once RDD is made, you're collecting it. That is zip with index. Zip with index means tell me the numerical position of my string or integer or number. Okay. Now zip function does nothing but creates key value pairs by taking element from one RDD as the key and the element of another RDD as value. For example, you have cat a spoon, you have 11, 241, 37. When you apply zip function, cat will be talking to 11, a will be talking to 241, spoon will be talking to 37. So cat and 11 are key value pairs now, a and 241 are key value pairs, spoon and 37 key value pairs. Like that, you can link two different data sets as key and value using zip. If you wanted to know the position of your string or integer or variable, you can just zip with index, it will give you. Everyone happy with this explanation? Any questions on this one? Guys, response please. If you want me to show practical, I can show it, but it is fairly simple. That's the reason I have not taken it. Now, map values. Map values are nothing but positioning the mapping of your RDDs. The map value functions performs a defined operation on the values in pair RDD while leaving the keys unchanged. But guys, remember, your key will never change, your value will change. That's the practice. If you wanted to change your key, then you have to interchange your values to keys and keys to values, which you can do by shuffle. I repeat, ideal practice is your keys will never be changed. With reference to keys, you calculate values of average, sum, aggregate, distinction, union, transformation, whatnot. You can only change values, you cannot change keys. But if you wanted to change keys, you have to interchange keys to values, values to keys. Now, the map values is nothing but the map value functions performed a defined operation on the values in pairs, pair RDD, while leaving the keys unchanged. Zip where RDD is nothing but you have cat 0 A1. Here, if you are adding 1, your cat becomes 1, A becomes 2, spoon becomes 3. Okay, it's just thing you are adding 1 to your value. That is the map values. Okay, guys, simple guys. Map is working on an RDD. Map values is working only on a value in a key pairs, in a pair RDDs. Clear? Any question on this one? How to swap? I'll show you that. Now, funny. 1 minute. Where is the slide? I'll show you how swapping keys and values. Don't worry about it. It's already on our agenda, but I want to show you something. I'll share this slide today. Today I'll share this slide to everyone. You can have a look. Now, come on. I'm already tired. Play with me. Now, let me take this one. This is key. This is value. This is key. This is value. So, your map values will be implemented only on values, not on key. So, here you are defining lambda function. You are asking val plus 1 means 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3. That is map values. You can exchange key to value, value to key, and then apply plus 1. You cannot apply cat plus 1, you cannot apply a plus 1, you cannot apply spoon plus 1. Okay, but in situations where you have 1 comma 0 like that, you can change. I'll show you how you can change key to value, value to key, because one of the scenario they'll ask you to convert your key into values and then apply the transformation top of it. That we'll discuss when we do the problem solve scenarios part. Okay, now what is the time now? 7:40. I sincerely appreciate all your time. Thank you for making your time on Saturday early hours. I appreciate your commitment. Zip function will apply to only those RDD. 1 minute. Zip function will apply only to those RDDs where data elements are same. Is that understanding correct? What do you mean by data elements are same? Is it data types? Is it data types or is it structure of data you're talking about? Sir, is it structure of data you're talking about? You can put anything, sir. That doesn't matter. No, zip, instead of cat a spoon, you can also put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can put anything. Anything can be converted, anything can be linked as key and value with zip function. It creates a key, whatever it is, whatever you have, I don't mind. Here, first value here will be key, first value there will be value. Let me group it as key value. Or first element here is key, first element there is value. Go to second thing, first element here is key, first element there is value. Now we both are key value pairs. I'll move to next iteration. First element here is key, first element there is value. We both form a key value pair. Like that it works. Sir, I have 3 elements in one. Sir, can you speak out if you don't mind? Sir, I have 3 elements, one are ready, and second in one I have 4 elements. You can use it. You can use it. In that case, the first one, the fourth one becomes 0, 4. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 for your 3 elements. Fourth one 0, 4. No problem. That's fine. Clear. Yeah, it's okay. No worries. Cheers. Guys, anybody else? Any questions? Hope you enjoyed the session. Hope Spark is, you hope you're loving Spark. Lot more to do. There's more things, you have reduce by key, combine by key, aggregate by key. When you have time, go through my channel, have a look on the transfer I have explained. So many people called me, told me it's very confusing because that agenda was only for theory. Very different, very easy, very, one point is if you understand Spark transformations very perfectly, it's just you have to learn how to use IDE, how to, you have to know tricks of managing IDE, learn that one. You can be a very good Spark developer. Okay guys, I had a very bad night, so if you are all happy, I'll go and sleep now. If you're not happy, I can spend some time and make you happy with clearing all your doubts. Guys, come on. Anybody, any questions? All clear? All topics we discussed here today clear? Everyone? All these slides I prepared by myself. Administration, I never prepared slides because administration, any trainer, administration, they can't make big difference because the concepts are like that. Development part depends upon how you understand and how you explain to others. That's the reason I started pumping that motivation in you, because administration, you prepare slides, good interview, you can work. Administration, understanding the concepts and troubleshooting issues, anybody can do the same way. Development, it always depends upon how logically you understand and how well you implement the logic at the correct situation, not implementing what all you know everywhere. Okay, hope you're all in line with my approach. If you have any feedback, feel free in send to the group. I don't mind, because that's how I can get a chance to correct myself or improve myself. I was talking to one of the first batch guy. He was telling, Anna, I watched your recordings. You are covering more topics and you are telling more clearly than us. Actually, first topic we had 2.5 hour sessions. Each session was 2.5 hours. Yours was only 1.5 hour. Within 1.5 hour, I tried to cover almost everything. I answered him straight away. See, that's the reason I told you it's the matter of experience you gain on every batch. It's the matter of experience how you fit things moving forward. Batch 3 may be more polished than batch 1 and 2. That's the reason I gave access to them also. They are also part of this batch. So that's what I was trying to explain. So administration part, we couldn't even do any polished work, but all I did is giving you real-time knowledge. All I did is giving you the whole implementation project point of view, so you guys can comfortably work. But now it's your agenda, it's your responsibility to go and practice what all I have done till date. You have lab, you have access, you have credentials. What is stopping you in practicing? Certifications, I don't know where you are, who is planning what. If you have any questions, let me know. Ram Garu, I thought you have finished certification by now. I forgot to ask you. If you need any help, feel free to call me. No problem at all. Beena, book your date as soon as possible. Funny, you also. I'm waiting for 3 placements. One is permanent, 2 is contract. One is for Bank of America, one is for Sintel, and other permanent I will disclose very soon because we are just waiting for the final thing. Contract you can disclose it, not a problem, but permanent it's a confidential thing, so that's the reason I couldn't disclose it now. So total 3 positions in pipeline, and I helped only those 3 guys because they have approached me. They are committed. I don't mean others are not committed, but you have to practice. You have to make sure your certification things are also finished and you are ready to sell yourself in the market. Okay. These days I'm not getting time to discuss on the practicals part of it. I'll be available from today 5 p.m. on Skype. Anybody, any questions? Funny, Beena, Varun, Radhika, and Madhu. Okay. I'll be available today 5 p.m. We can talk, we can discuss, share your screen, we can sort out your access creds and your problems you had. Okay, that's all I have. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you. I'll catch up with you tomorrow once again, same time. Cheers.